blue wizard will fuck you up. Yakouchuu! Hey, that one only has one U. This isn't the same game at all. Oh god. This isn't a good sign. Unless maybe it's another Japanese story theater. Oh shit. Oh shit. Japan presents, in association with ZetaPlays, another Japanese story theater. The Tale of the Solid Ocean. I said that too soon. Alright. Save slots. Gotta choose my name. I will be H. U. Mountain. It'd been a long time since the Titanic sank. 200 years, in fact. But they've decided to make another Titanic and give it a second go. What do you do? I'm gonna get the fuck on that Titanic, of course. It's unsinkable. Everybody says so. This time for real. They've reinforced the plating so that icebergs couldn't possibly melt through steel beams. I mean, well, the hull. Now I'm imagining an ice cube melting on a steel beam, but it goes through it somehow. Like it drips through it. Nothing else to see here. Come on. Get on the boat. You paid for your ticket already, so, you know, you're just standing there looking at it, and it's marvelous. Yeah, it's huge. Great boat. But aren't you going to get on? Don't you want to get on to the Titanic, too? There's the stairs right there. All you got to do is walk up them. I mean, I know it looks like a lot of stairs, and you're really out of shape, but you've come this far. You've come this far with your ticket to get onto this boat right here, the Titanic 2. So just do it. Get on the boat. Get on the boat, stupid, so we can progress the story. Here's the stairs again, just in case you forgot where they were. I want you to get on these stairs and go up the stairs, into the boat, hand the guy your ticket, and then we can start this adventure. Well, do you want to do this, or do you not want to do this? I want to do this. Come on. Alright, let's get on the boat. You've decided, for reals, twice now, that you're getting on this boat. Ah, you made it. You're on the boat now. Good job. Wait, is this the boat? Or is this the dock next to the boat? Are you just looking off into the distance like an idiot? You better not just be looking off into the distance like an idiot. Because if you're not on that boat, I swear to God, I'm turning this Japanese story theater right around, and we're not even going to get started. You haven't even started the adventure yet. This is just the intro where we break the fourth wall. So, I mean, are you on the boat or not? Did I just choose something? Did you just choose something without even looking? I come all this way to narrate this beautiful story for you, and you're not even listening to my options. What the hell, man? I thought you were in for this for the long run, but no, apparently not. This is enough to make Hardcore Ocean turn to stone. And maybe he just will in this adventure, but you're not going to know if you don't start it. Where the fuck are we now? This looks like you may be on the boat, so I'll shut up now about you getting on the boat. So you're looking up at these more stairs because the boat has 2 levels on the top for some reason. But we're only interested in this one. Look how big this level of this boat is. You can build a house here. It's not even inside the boat. You look off the edge at the water. It's unusually still. You had heard rumors that Hardcore Ocean lived around these parts, but you're doubting if that's the case, because this is the most mild-core ocean you've ever seen in your life. It's so mild-cored you're bored, so look elsewhere. Whoops, the boat took off without you, and you're just staring off at the ocean. Somehow the spot you were standing on just broke off, and you're stuck there. Just kidding. welcome to your room. It's got a beautiful computer chair and a 90s TV. And at least 2 lampshades. What do you want to do? Or do you want to play video games on the TV, or do you want to look at the lampshades? I want to look at the lampshades, personally. Those are some mighty fine lampshades. The one on the far end looks like it's just painted on the wall, but don't believe in those lies, because it's definitely there. Oh, time to go elsewhere. Those lampshades didn't hold your attention very long, so you go back out onto the top of the boat, where... Is this the anchor, like, cord or whatever? It's kind of big, and it's in a weird spot, but there's a hole there. It looks like that's where the anchors should go through. But don't the anchors usually just hang off the side of the boat at all times or something? I don't know. I'm not an expert on boats. You'd know more than me since you're on it. How about you go look? You went and looked, but instead of finding the anchor, you found a bunch of dead fireflies in the ocean. Maybe this really is the hardcore ocean after all. I mean, what kind of ocean would just murder some fucking fireflies like that, you know? Just sprinkle them across the ocean's face like that. That's gotta be a hardcore ocean thing to do, right? Anyway, you get tired of the fireflies, so you go back to thinking about this anchor cord. It's quite the cord. You think that it would do a very good job of stopping this boat if it needed to be stopped and kept in one place. But why bother? Why bother with anchors when you could just sail to the next port and have the port hold you in? Do you think it's A, because the anchor... It's a case like there's a storm. That's what I was trying to get to, a storm. In case of hurricane, or just for looks. It's just for looks. Yeah, you're right. An anchor on a boat this big, who needs it? The boat's too big to move without the engine going, because that's how water works. What the... Did you just pee into the ocean? You're not supposed to pee into the ocean. Go back to your room and pee. Oh, wait, you saying you peed in the pool instead? The pool isn't even open yet. You already peed in it? Come on. You're supposed to pee in the pool when you're swimming in the pool. That way, it's fair for everyone. You get pee on you just like they do. But no, you had to go and pee in it preemptively. And now look at you. You're trying to hide behind the freaking anchor cord, which is now extended for some reason, like it wasn't before. What do you want to do? Let's either walk along the anchor cord towards the edge, or let's go because this is boring. I want to try and walk across the anchor cord. That's a stupid idea, but that seems like the exactly kind of thing you'd do. Unfortunately for you, we're back on this screen now, magically, where the anchor cord isn't extended anymore, so you can't. Well, that was a waste of time. Let's go back to the room after all. You're heading down the... You're heading down the aisle, the corridor, towards your room when you spot something very suspicious. Or you hear something very suspicious, apparently. It's like a scratching at the door. Well, enough about that. Let's go back up here. It's the next day, apparently. So here we are, on the spot where you got on the boat. What do you want to do? 1. See if there's a magic door by going through that little opening right there. Or 2. Go back to the room like we said we were going to do yesterday before we got lost all night. Shit, I kind of want to go back to the room, but not before finding out if there's a magic corridor. You decide to walk through the opening to see if there's a magic portal to another dimension. Well, that's retarded, because if there was, you'd be getting shit flung into your face because the boat's moving. So you try anyway, but there's nothing there. So you've just wasted more of your time. That's a shame. You have not that much time to waste. I mean, this is only a 7-day cruise. You've already wasted 1 wandering around all night. How do you feel about that? So, you really should have just chosen to go back to the room and admire your beautiful lampshades some more. Alas, maybe next time. Alright, I'm out of material. I'm out of material! Get us somewhere else! Please! That was what that option was. I saw it. Totally. Ah, fuck, no! I chose the wrong option! This is the option where the narrator says a whole bunch of haikus in a row. Or makes a limerick out of them. Japanese poetry sucks. I just lost 2 subscribers for saying that. 2 Japanese poets just went, "What the fuck, Zeta? I loved you, and now you've gone and dissed my poetry. What the fuck are you doing with your life?" I don't know what I'm doing with my life, because I'm stuck on this goddamn boat. I don't even know how to swim. If this boat goes down, I'm gonna die. If anyone's wondering why, it's because ear troubles. I have holes in both of my eardrums, which made me paranoid of water forever. Because if water gets in your inner eardrums, you can... This is still the narrator talking, by the way. You can go deaf if water gets... If, like, bacteria and shit gets in your inner ear. It can really fuck you up. I know you can get earplugs for it, but I just don't trust them. How do you take a shower? Asked someone just now. Well, I keep my head down the whole time. The water conveniently runs around my ear instead of in it. If a single drop gets in my ear, I freak out and have to dry it immediately. So, now that we're back into the story of the boat instead of the story of my ears, that's not what this Japanese story theater's about. We're in the boat. So we've made it to the... we finally got somewhere else during all that. We've made it to the captain's... what the fuck is... the crew, the bridge. There we are. That's the word I was looking for. We've made it to the bridge. Do you want to A, try to steer the boat out of this game, or B, just spin the wheel? I'm all about spinning wheels. So you spin the wheel, and it just keeps going, and so you hear something crack. You think you broke it. So now the boat's just going in circles, and nobody seems to care because, I mean, where is everybody for that matter? Are you the only one on this boat? Were you the only one stupid enough to get on top of, or get to buy a ticket for Titanic 2, the sequel to Titanic? Not the movie, even. It's the actual sequel to the boat. Because who the hell... I mean, nobody's stupid. Not even one person's stupid enough to watch Titanic 2. It'd be another 4-hour train wreck. Ah! Oh no! The fire alarm's going off! Something's on fire! Or it's time for class. Is this a class boat? Or is it a fire boat? Let's find out. Together. No, you idiot! There's not going to be a fire out here! Go somewhere there's going to be a fire! Maybe it's actually the... Maybe you've entered the territory of Silent Hill. And this is your warning to prepare for bad things. What did you do in your life that got you to Silent Hill, asshole? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got music. You ditched the boat entirely on this rowboat? What? Okay, so you're scared of the Silent Hill boat, so you get on this rowboat and decide to take your chances on your own. And apparently the sound of you crashing into the water in your rowboat was really delayed there. Something's wrong with this ocean. You're sure of it. Not only is it not hardcore enough and killing fireflies, but sound travels very slowly through it. That splash should have been heard instantly, and it was like 2 minutes later. You gotta get to the bottom of this weird solid ocean thing that's going on. I brought the plot back to where I started. Hooray me! It's really hard to row your boat through this solid water. Uh-oh. Something has sunk you into the solid water. You are drowning. Is this the end? Is this the end of the adventure? Is there nothing else you can do to solve the mystery of this water? Turns out you were just taking a bath. Welcome back to your boat. You feel clean. You're a little salty, though. In more ways than one. And you're still trying to figure out why this water is so solid. In fact, that was the hardest water you've ever showered in. You have a rash now. It was like sandpaper hitting your skin. Somehow you've ended up back on the main boat. Did you just sail around the world and back to the boat? The world may never know. But welcome back anyway. That rowboat didn't have a lot of scenery going on, so you're probably glad to be back, right? Although, as often as you stand in this one spot, maybe a lack of scenery is your thing. I don't know, I'm not an expert on you either. So, okay, choice, finally. So what do you want to do now? Do you want to investigate why that siren was going off earlier? Or to go back to your game machine in the room? Obviously, too. Turns out you're not interested in Silent Hill or The Ringing or... Uh-oh. We got music. It turns out you have upset the scriptwriter. The scriptwriter is feeling like he needs to commit suicide over this because you didn't want to read his Silent Hill arc. Instead, just want to go play video games. What kind of heartless monster are you? He's worked for months on this script. We worked for years on this game, just to bring you this exciting story about this boat, and all you care about is that TV and the lampshades in your room? Jesus Christ, just get out of here. We don't even want to see your face anymore. We're gonna fire you from being an actor in this movie and just throw you off into the hard water. After escaping from the entire crew, including the narrator, I'm a different narrator by the way, you have made it back to your room and locked the door. Now you can play video games in peace. So you pop one in, and what is it? It's nothing other than the game you were playing all along! Japanese story theater Tale of the Hard Water. You find yourself on top of the boat where the anchor cord is, and immediately lose interest and stop playing your video game. What? You've got to have some other type of video game around here, right? Do you A, look for another video game, or B, admire those amazing lampshades? I'll do A this time. We've already seen the lampshades, so let's try and find another video game. Also, why is that really uncomfortable looking chair... Wait, there's two problems here. First of all, there's a really uncomfortable looking chair facing the video games instead of the really comfortable looking one. And secondly, the really uncomfortable looking chair facing the video games further in the distance is overlapping the front of the other one. Like it's look at the foot. Right in front of that chair. It's actually on top of it. Unless it's just perfectly lined up somehow. But I don't think it is. I think it's literally just pasted on top. You leave the room because this freaks you out. Everything's warped. Your field of view seems to be like 8. Let's make everything get a fisheye look. Welcome back to the bridge. You have previously broke the wheel, and it's still going in circles. Maybe that's how you got back on. You tried to get away, but it just circled back around to you, now that I think about it. So, oh, these are a lot of options. 3 options. I'm gonna go with 3. I don't even know what these options are. I can't read this much Japanese, you know. I'm going with 3 just because it's the first third option we've had. You chose the option number 3? What's wrong with you? Do you think that's gonna be better just because it's the first one? Well, anyway, you chose to spin the wheel the other way to try and get the boat going straight. You don't know if it works because you broke it earlier. So you head back to your room. I mean, the dining room, because you haven't eaten in 2 days. But alas, there is no crew. Nobody's on this ship but you. So you're gonna have to make your own food, idiot. Go to the kitchen if you want food. Otherwise, just start playing a tabletop game here on this table by yourself. If that's your thing. Like, maybe you could get that expansion that lets you play Descent by yourself as a single person. I don't know. I don't have that one. Music starts to play in your head because there's nobody here to play it on the speaker. You're just starting to make a soundtrack for your own life on this decrepit ship that's no doubt destined to crash into an iceberg that will melt through its steel beams. Okay, I'm bored of this room. The music stops because you don't know the rest of the song. Now, okay, do you want to try and make yourself some food, play yourself a single-player card game of some sort, maybe probably just solitaire, actually. I don't know if you even have cards. Or do you want to try and think of another tune to sing to yourself? I want some food. You decide to try and find the kitchen and make some food. Which will require you to leave this room. Remember that time? Okay, never mind. You went to the wrong room, stupid. This is where you came from. Maybe... Oh, you thought there might be food in your cupboard. Well, there wasn't. Get out. Go find the kitchen. You walk towards the kitchen. Was it so hard to just think of going to the kitchen? That's where food usually is, isn't it? Come on, get yourself to the kitchen. You're gonna make yourself a sandwich. Probably a bologna and cheese. You find some stairs and decide maybe the kitchen is up here, even though it should have been right next to the dining room, and you don't realize this for some reason. It's time for the ZetaPlays show! A game show starts right in front of you, but their spotlight breaks, so you have to leave. Game show canceled after 1 episode, and it wasn't even a full episode. Figures! Welcome back to the top of the ship, where there's no food, because this isn't the kitchen. Don't you want to go make your sandwich? Nope. Oh, look. A firefly has survived the wrath of the ocean. Maybe you could eat it. Bugs are full of protein. Maybe the ocean still wasn't hardcore, it was just trying to feed you since there's no other food around. Do you A, want to try and catch the firefly and eat it, or B, do you want to see if there's something else? Well, I mean, that's the first edible thing we've seen. Let's try and catch it. You decide to try and catch the firefly. It's flying around like crazy. What's it even doing here? Fireflies don't live in the middle of the ocean. What the fuck, bro? You caught it! Alright, time to go down the hatch. You decide you're gonna eat it and not die after all. Gulp. Firefly eaten. But what's this? Your stomach is glowing. You've gained a new superpower. Now you can shine in the dark. We can continue the ZetaPlays show from earlier. This is just showing how fireflies work, yes. Great. So now that you have this power, go back and... You can go back and finish the first episode of the ZetaPlays show if you want. But what's this? You need to pee again. I told you not to use the pool. Oh, but you used it again. And you peed out a bunch of fireflies this time. Turns out you got two superpowers. Both your stomach glows and your pee is now fireflies. This is getting weird. So, you've single-handedly replaced the entire firefly population for the entire Pacific West. West Pacific, I guess that's what I meant to say. Oh no, you've hit something! Was it the iceberg? Have you finally reached your destination where the boat has to sink? There's only one way to find out, and it's not by standing here. You go back to the bridge, which is not the best place to have found out what just happened. But here you are anyway. So what's this? You've got a danger light. What's this danger light mean? It's just a shiny red light. There's a button underneath. Perhaps if you press the danger light button, something cool will happen. Or perhaps you should try and figure out what happened in the first place before you go pressing random buttons. Oh no, it's too late! The boat's starting to sink because it was in fact the iceberg you hit. You still got that danger light button. Maybe it's just a reenactment and that'll like inflate some raft or something in the hole where you have a hole now that the steel beams have been melted. Or, preferably, you can just get on your rowboat again and get the fuck out of this game. The choices are yours and yours alone. You could also brave the potentially hardcore ocean that's solid for some reason, but if you jump from this height, you'll break your neck for sure. You have decided on, without any input from me, to jump into the ocean like an idiot. Luckily, you didn't break your neck. But now, since the entire ocean is solid, somehow you've sunk to the bottom and are just walking along the sand in the bottom of the ocean. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish by doing this. You're going to run out of air, you know. Do you want to A, continue walking along the bottom of the ocean, or B, try to get some air before you drown? I'm going to go along the bottom of the ocean because I think there might be some sort of magical treasure. Magical treasure, huh? Alright, well, you're on the search for treasure, or maybe Bikini Bottom. Because you've heard legends of a squirrel living there that has, you know, a dome you could probably get some air from. But anyway... So, wait, did you hear that? That was the sound of the water going like 2 minutes behind you again. This ocean's still fucked up. Maybe you could even breathe it. It might not be water at all. But then what would it be? Oh, hey, the fireflies you peed out earlier are here to save you. Turns out they consider you their mother. Which is probably for the best, because it's a little-known fact that fireflies can hold up to an entire pressurized gallon, I guess you'd say, of air in their lungs at all times. Do you A, French kiss one of your pea fireflies for some air, or B, take your chances? Yeah, I already said it was getting weird, so let's take our chances. We don't need any pea firefly breath. You decide that, you know, maybe they'll just guide you to somewhere that's not gross. Oh, wait. You blacked out. You should have taken that breath, yo. It's too late now. One of them has performed CPR on you, so you ended up doing it anyway. Congrats. No matter how many times you faint, you'll have fireflies here to save you. So continue your quest for your treasure or whatever. I don't care. Look how many fireflies... They're all going left now. There's apparently a current. You're getting sucked to the left. we're gonna find out what's at the end of this current here in a minute after I'm done wasting your time on the screen. There we go. Oh, it's the boat. Did it sink while you were down here? Or is this a different boat? Have you found Titanic 1? This could be your chance for some great... Oh, you decide to leave and get in your rowboat. But it looks like you're rowing your boat underwater in, like, an area between water and land. Or air, or whatever. It's like a second ocean under the ocean. Do you A, continue on your path towards unknown lands, underwater lands, or B, give up at life? Give up at life. You give up at everything. I mean, is any of this really worth it? You've been going on and rambling about garbage for like 15 minutes now, probably. Nothing interesting has happened. It's just been a bunch of boats. And here you are in your rowboat under the ocean, in the ocean. Under the ocean. I should have said that first. And there's nothing. There's just a bunch of water. Everywhere you go, there's just water. This is worse than the time everything was on fire. Wait, does that say end? Holy shit! I really gave up at life! The end! Oh my god! It's a sad fate that your adventures have ended here. But is it really? Perhaps by giving up at life, you truly found peace after all, in this endless ocean that is life. I'm trying to be deep and it's just not working. Oh! Deep! That's an ocean joke! I didn't even mean to make it. Ha I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Japanese Story Theater. I'm sorry we didn't really learn anything about the hard ocean itself, but I guess that goes along with the previous titles I've given that had nothing to do with the, you know, like the tale of the missing disco finger or whatever. We never found a disco finger. Alas. Oh, you know what it was, actually? I just said what it was. I gotta go back to my philosophical thing I just said there. I said that life is... Okay, the recording fucked up there and decided to just cut off my philosophical moment, so I'm just gonna paste it right back on here. I was about to say, as I had previously just said, that life is like an endless ocean. But in this game, the ocean was hard. I mean, I said solid at first, but solid, hard, who gives a shit? The ocean in this game was hard, so it was saying that life is hard, and you have to keep on going, because when you give up at life like I just did, all you get is the end. But you could have missed out on the best thing ever, so you gotta just push through it, and you'll find your happy ending, and probably better games than this. That's all I was gonna say. This has been Zeta with Japanese Story Theater, the tale of the solid ocean. I hope you enjoy. Bye.